We're living in strange times. News is changing daily. Many people are afraid for their livelihoods and for their lives. Boris Johnson has spoken out about this being our biggest challenge in peacetime. President Macron has declared war on coronavirus. During wartime, military commanders speak of the fog of war, when there's too much going on to make a clear decision. Even the most seasoned generals can become paralysed. But that's exactly when it's still important to keep making decisions, to keep acting. I'm so impressed with the creativity and generosity of people and parishes and chaplaincies across Lancashire at this time. I'm hearing of tons of acts of kindness and acts of faith, churches bringing communities together to look at who needs what. I'm trying to make decisions to act upward and to act outward when the temptation is to look inwards and downwards. In our nation, we've seen astonishing answers to prayer at times of national crisis. On the 4th of August 1918, the Queen's grandfather, George V, called for a national day of prayer. 100 days later, the armistice was signed that ended the First World War. On the 22nd of May 1940, George VI called for a national day of prayer, and thousands queued round the block to pray in Westminster Abbey. Two events immediately followed. Firstly, a violent storm arose over the Dunkirk region which grounded the Luftwaffe that had been killing thousands of troops on the beaches. Then secondly, a great calm descended on the Channel, the like of which hadn't been seen for a generation, which allowed hundreds of tiny boats to sail across. They hoped to rescue 30,000 troops. Instead, they rescued 335,000 soldiers. This was known as the miracle of Dunkirk. We are asking for miracles again. We're asking for God to stop the spread of this virus around the world, to protect all those whose lives and livelihoods are at threat, to give our government great wisdom. May He banish fear and sow seeds of faith and hope that cause us to serve our outwards as a community and nation. May He draw close to those who are afraid and brokenhearted. I read an article in the tabloids on my phone's newsfeed this week. It read like a sermon. 7 things that are coming out of the trials of coronavirus for the good, including how much we love the Italians for singing with such hope in their self-isolation. I don't know if you heard the clips on YouTube singing "Everything Will Be Well." And the article finished. For the first time in peacetime, selfishness has become socially unacceptable. When I pray for our nation at the moment, it's as if there's been a scab of hardness of heart to the ways of God. But this is skin deep. Under the scab there is a fresh, new skin of faith. May beacons of hope and faith be lit across our nation.